What is the worst feeling known to mankind? Correct, having a GitHub profile that doesn't stand out. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful GitHub profile like this, or like this, or like any one of these 1,000 other READMEs, so that you can have a profile that stands out to recruiters, to your friends, to whoever else you want to flex on, because who knows, making these little changes might be the difference that you need to land a job. And even if it doesn't, it looks really cool and it's fun to do. It's also super simple, it's quick, and I'm going to show you how to do it completely for free. So let's just get straight into the video. I've actually created a completely new GitHub account in case there's beginners who are watching this for the first time. All we're going to do is go up to the top right hand corner here and we're going to create a new repository. Now, the special thing about this repository is we want the name of the repository to be the exact same as our GitHub username. So for me, it's Maximus-Suarez, and you'll know you've done it right when you get this special pop-up. You know it's special because it says it's special and it has 2 stars, and it's basically allowing you to create a repository that you can use to add a README file to your GitHub profile. Visibility, make sure it's on public so anyone on the internet can see your repository. And we're going to add in a README. Then we just hit create repository. Cool, so if you've done this right, then what you should see is this little hi there in the README file. And all we're going to do is go to the edit file button and we're going to make some changes and see what it looks like. So in here, I'm actually just going to take out this so it's not commented out. And I'm just going to change just one line to show you guys what this looks like. And we're going to go over to commit changes. And I'm going to leave this commit message as it is and commit directly to the main branch. So I'm going to commit my changes. And now if I go to my profile, you'll see that I already have this README in my profile now, which is awesome. So obviously I don't want to leave it like this. So I'm going to go back to edit and I'm going to edit my README. Now, some people may be happy with this template here, and you can definitely just fill this in, commit your changes, and then you'll be good to go. But for the people who are not happy with this or want something a bit more flashy, I'm going to show you a couple ways that you can do that. So first off, I'm just going to delete this all, and then I'm actually going to go to this link here, which I'll leave a link to this in the description below, but this is a GitHub Profile README generator. It makes it super simple. It's a public GitHub repository and it's very, very popular. All you got to do is just fill in your name, your title, what you're working on. They give you some prompts here to help you out. But in case you don't know what you should be writing, I definitely recommend this repo here. This repo is basically a curated list of awesome GitHub Profile READMEs. And you can choose the different categories that you want to look at. So let's say you want one that is descriptive. You could look at what people like. I'm just going to click on a random one. You could look at people like this and see what they're writing in here, what they're actually putting in their GitHub READMEs to give you a bit of an idea. Or we could have a look at another one. I'm just going to look at, okay, simple but innovative. Let's go harsh. Hopefully it's a good one. That's pretty cool. Got a little GIF in there, good information. And they got their stats in there as well. This GitHub README is honestly super fun. I could spend hours looking through this. Definitely would recommend it, and I'll leave a link to it in the description below. But for us, we're just going to use this generator. I've already pre-filled in a lot of stuff. You can add in your skills that you've got in terms of front end or back end, AI, machine learning, anything. And I'm just going to put in a couple links here as well. But I'm just going to generate my README. Now from here, it's going to output some markdown. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. You can actually just copy in the markdown, go back to our GitHub README here, and paste in the contents. So you can see here, it's a mix of markdown and HTML. And you can actually just click this preview button instead of committing your changes to see what your README would look like. And as you can see, it's actually not too bad. Like definitely some things that I'd tidy up here. But overall, this is not bad at all. You can go back to the README generator, edit some more stuff, put in some more links if you want. Otherwise, you could edit also directly in here. Let's say you didn't like something, I don't know, I don't want my email in there. You could just take that out completely, so my email is not in there now. You can just edit directly in the README file. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you a different way, which I actually enjoy more. Of course, what I am talking about is ChatGPT. Obviously, ChatGPT can do a lot, so why couldn't it do your README for you? All I did is just add in some simple prompts. I said, can you create a GitHub README for my GitHub profile? Ask me questions to better understand my needs. I then went ahead and filled out all of these questions and then added a bit more information in terms of what I want to put in there, what formats, what are my links, and it outputted this code for me. Now, in this code, I'm literally just going to copy paste this in and see what it looks like. I don't even know what it looks like, but I'm going to paste it in here and hit preview. Now, as you can see, it's actually pretty good as well. There's definitely some things I don't like in terms of the formatting, but there's a project section in here, which I really like. I'm all about projects with Nextwork, you know what I'm saying, little plug there. But this is not too bad. We can work with this. And the reason I like this is because it just makes it super easy to edit. You can also go back and forth with ChatGPT as always, but I'm gonna show you a couple things to change from here. So one thing I really liked from Forrest Knight's README here is this little part here. I liked how he had this little code block here of what he actually does. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add something like that. So I'll go to edit, I'll go to the top here, and what I'm gonna do is I like having my name here, but I want my name in full. I also want to add an emoji. I'm going to add a goat for obvious reasons. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not the goat. And now I'm going to add in this code block. So all I need to do is just add in 2 ticks here, and this should hopefully make it a code block. Or if I want it bold, I'll just do this. And I'm going to take this out here and I'll hit preview. So now I have this little code block in here, which is what I'm actually doing, which I like, but I don't really like these icons that I've got going on here. I want to add in some different ones, so I might change this. By the way, one thing I want to say before we move on to the logos here is if you like something that a creator has done, because it's a public README, you can just go to their repository and actually just go copy the code. So in here, we're going to go to Forrest Knight's README here, and we're going to see how he did that little code block there. So we can click into his README, we can go to the code, and we can see that we could just copy this into ours, just to show you. And look, now I'm Forrest Knight. How good. But for the sake of this video, of course, I would delete this. Well, for the sake of me, I'm not Forrest Knight. But now we can move on to actually adding in these themed icons. So I want some social media icons in there. So what I'm going to do is, actually, I could just copy this here and then go into my README. Let's put this above here. And I could just change these into LinkedIn and Instagram, and then take these out and then hit preview. And these 2 icons have popped up here, which is honestly not too bad. Like, it's actually kind of similar to what I want. However, I obviously want to delete these. I want to make these clickable. So I actually pre-prepared this, but you guys can just copy my code if you guys want. But I pre-prepared this so I could add in my Instagram and LinkedIn, and then I can click on them and it goes straight to my profile. So here you can see what it looks like. Now, if I go open a link in a new tab, it goes straight to my beautiful LinkedIn, which is nice, exactly what I want. I can go ahead and delete all of this now. I don't really want that. I want to actually move this about me section just above here. Something, if you guys don't know, you can actually add in these little dashed lines here. So you see how these little like line breaks in here, just by adding in 3 dashes there. Now we're just cleaning this up a bit and starting to look a bit better. I don't really like this line over here, so I'm going to take that out. But things are starting to look good, but there's a few more things we want to work on. So now that we're back here, I want to replace this project 1 thumbnail because it's blank right now. ChatGPT just put in a filler, so we can go down to the project section here and you can see that this is not a real address and the source is not really pointing to anything. So if we've already done a project before and we have screenshots in here, we can simply just take the link address of the image and then go to source here. I'm going to delete that, enter it in here, and now we should have a screenshot just like that in our project. However, if you haven't done this before, I'm going to show you how to add in an image. Obviously, this image isn't great for that project, but this is just an example. So I am going to go back to this other tab here. I'm actually going to go to repositories and head to my public README repository. And now I'm going to add in a file. So I'm just going to add in a random image. I'll find one. What image am I going to add in? Oh my gosh, I'm going to add in this only good photo I have image. And then I'm just going to say profile photo, and I'm going to add this to the main branch. So commit my changes. Now I'm just going to go click into here, and oh my goodness, who is that guy? I'm going to go copy the image address. Just right click on the image, copy the image address. Now we're going to go back to our README file here. We can go to edit, and I'm just gonna place my image in here. So all you're gonna do is just copy this format here. You're gonna go exclamation mark, you're gonna open bracket. In here you can type in whatever you want, and then you're gonna go rounded brackets, add in the image URL, and then in preview, hopefully we have a beautiful image in here. Now, if you want to change the image dimensions, all of that, I just recommend using ChatGPT. To be honest, ChatGPT is going to be your best friend when you're doing anything in Markdown. If you haven't touched it before, or HTML, getting ChatGPT or Copilot or whatever you use is going to help you here with formatting. But that's a super easy way to add in images. Likewise, if you don't want an image, you could also go get a GIF. So I'm going to go to this website here, Giphy. I don't know, I'll add in this thank you one here, copy it in, go to my code, and I could change the image address into Giphy. And now I have a GIF in here. So you could use a tool like Canva to create your header like this person did here, or some other tool. But you can add in GIFs in here to customize things as well. Now I really like this My Toolbox section here. And I told you I'd go back to this Skills GitHub. So this GitHub, because I don't think I explained it too well before, it gives you all the instructions in terms of what you need to do and how you can find different icons here. But there's a lot of different things that this GitHub includes, and you can choose the different icons down below. But for the sake of this video, I'm literally just going to keep it simple. I'm going to copy in this theme here. I quite like that. I'm going to go to edit here, take out the skill stack. So just to give you an idea of what the skill set looks like right now, it's pretty plain, I don't know, I don't really like it. So I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to add in my skills. Let's just leave it like this right now. Actually, I'll change this into AWS. I'm going to change Kotlin to Docker, and I'm just going to leave the others as is. And now if I hit preview, I have these beautiful icons here. Obviously Docker doesn't have the same theme effect as the others, but you guys get the point. You can add in as many skills as you want. Just look through the repo to find the different icons that you need, and you can change the themes, you can center the icons, you can do a lot of things here, but this repo is super, super in-depth, so I won't cover it in too much detail. Now lastly, I want to cover this stats and dev section here. You can see on some of the other profiles that I showed you, people often have these stats in here. Because it's a new account, obviously I'm not going to have any stats, but let's just, for the sake of this video, show you guys how to do that. And we're going to go to another beautiful public repo here, just called README Stats, GitHub README Stats. We can scroll down here. And here, there's going to show you, I mean, there's so many different stats in this repo that you can choose from. But for a simple one, we can have a look at what they would look like. So here are some of the themes that you can choose from. There's different themes like dark, radical. Most people end up, I think that one is radical maybe. So all you got to do is I will copy this code, and you got to change your username, which is right here, to your actual GitHub username. You don't have to change that again, but obviously you can and should. So we're going to go back to our code here. I'm going to go to edit. For stats, I'm just going to delete all of this, to be honest. And I'm going to change this to Maximus's GitHub stats, and I'm going to change my username right in here, and that is Maximus-Suarez. So now when I go to preview, hopefully my stats show up here. So, oh my goodness, 5 commits. I'm at a C grade right now. Gotta improve that for sure. But you can see that my stats are in here. We could also go ahead, and if we wanted to change the theme, I don't know, let's go to Groovebox. I can go back to my code. I could go into theme equals radical right now. I'm gonna change it to Groovebox. Wow, look at Groovebox. I think that's the one that Forrest Knight uses. I like this style as well. But hopefully that just gives you an idea in terms of how you can add in stats. There's some other cool ones in here that you can look at. I'll scroll to the bottom so you can see some of them. But you can add in like most used languages, pie charts. There's a lot of different stats cards that you can add in as well. So I'd recommend having a play around with this repo. As always, I'll leave it in the link down below. Speaking of links, how do you add in these links here? As always, you can use ChatGPT, but I'm going to show you how to do it anyway. So let's go back up to our code here, and we're going to scroll down to the bottom. Super simple. All you got to do is either add in something like this. So I have my portfolio. I could add in my next work portfolio here. So I could go to my own portfolio. I could share my portfolio now, and I could place it in here so that now when I go to preview, hopefully I can now, oops, I don't actually want to leave. I'm just going to open it in a new tab, and it opens up my portfolio so anyone can see any of the projects that I've done in the past. Obviously this is another way to document your work, but GitHub is one of the, I guess, the most common. But this way is a good way to have your own portfolio website, so you can see some of the projects I've done here, which is awesome. However, if you don't want to have your link showing out in public like this and you want to hyperlink it, you could just add in some HTML. So I literally just got this off ChatGPT. I can add in my profile portfolio, the link to my portfolio here, and I'm going to change this to, instead of click here to visit, my portfolio. Cool. And now if I go to preview, click here to visit my portfolio, open the link up, and it goes to my portfolio, which is super, super nice, super, super clean. I honestly prefer this method over adding in just the full link there. You can also add in buttons similar to how I showed you in this GitHub repo here. Now, obviously, I know that this is not a completed README. There's still a lot to tidy up here, but I just wanted to show you guys what you can do to set up your own README. So now if I go to my profile, I have a beautiful README here, including my repos that I have here, my contributions. Obviously, this is a new account, so it's not going to look very flash. Probably want to add in my profile picture in here and change this formatting up, because why do I have thank you in here randomly? But at the same time, I think it's a good starting point and something that I'm going to continue to work on, because it's actually quite a lot of fun. I want to make this look really nice. And as always, let me know in the comments if you enjoyed, if there's anything else you want to see, if I didn't cover anything. I tried to go through this quite quickly. I'm actually not feeling too well, but I saw this was getting requested a lot in our community, so I wanted to put a video out about it. Please like and subscribe, as this GIF is saying, and I will see you in the next one. Hope you have a great, beautiful week. Love you all.